know if it's kickbacks or what's going on, but the people, look, I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. And, you know, the people elected me on that.
Barrister, did you hear what he said?
Of course.
Yeah. So I decided to bring up this topic because it rang a bell. This man actually is going after, he wants to audit the military. Wants to audit virtually all the agencies. But what struck my attention, what actually caught my attention most is the military. Do you see, remember, I don't know if you have read, you are a historian, you are a historian by hobby. I don't know, did you, have you read the cause, about the assassination of John Kennedy?
Definitely. Who has not? Both John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, did you read about the conspiracy theories surrounding his assassination?
Of course.
Can you please
even before Donald Trump ordered for the files to be declassified, yes. What is in the file has been in the public domain.
Okay.
For as long as we can remember.
Yes. Can you please just briefly, because that's not our subject of discussion now. Can you please just give us the theoretical reason behind his death, because there is no proof actually. So let's say it's a theory.
It was part of one of the things was the same thing, his attempt to shine light into defense spending and the corruption
correct
in the defense industry of the US.
Good, thank you very much.
Critical reason.
Correct, thank you very much. So this is it. Now, this is exactly what Donald Trump wants to do now. And that you see the danger behind it. And he knows it. It's in every system. The moment you want to, including Nigeria, the moment you are set out to actually audit or investigate the establishment, the establishment will always want to come after you. Let me ask you, Barrister, do you view, based on this now, because you obviously will be following the US politics and what Donald Trump has been doing, it's just, Elon Musk is just rampaging the whole place now. The corruption they are digging out. We are still at this point, this is just the tip of the iceberg up to now. They have not even dug, as you had Donald Trump say, the military will even be the worst. There are so many other agencies, education and transportation. They are auditing, including Treasury. That's their own CBN, Treasury Department. And do you think that Donald Trump is under, his life is under danger based on this, what he just said now? Do you think that his life has been in danger, actually? But do you think that after this interview, the danger has multiplied? Do you think so?
Even without his promise or threat to look into the corruption in the defense budget, even before that, you have to realize that the Department of Government, what they call DOGE, that Elon Musk is heading, what has been unearthed so far is stupendous, is mind-boggling, is unbelievable. And that has led to a meltdown. The Democrats and the liberal establishment are in a total state of meltdown. every day a list of corrupt payments is being read out in their hundreds. I saw one of them where Elizabeth Warren, senator, got 9 million for her last presidential campaign from USA. From USA.
USAID.
I saw where 40 million is being spent on transgender in Brazil, in other countries. I saw where millions is being sent to other countries for purchase of condoms.
Condom. In Gaza.
Millions
That was in Gaza.
Sent to
Hamas.
For transgender education in Kenya, in other countries. These monies are just going all over the world for one of the worst things you can, morally speaking and otherwise, that you can think about. Some of them going into people's, a lot of it, by the way, going into people's pockets.
You didn't hear what that was the beginning of the video where Donald Trump talked about kickback. He's been emphasizing on that. That obviously
exactly.
All the money did not get to those destinations as recorded.
When you now talk of these billions and billions of
kickbacks.
dollars that the US have spent over the years, now you go into the Department of Education. But all these things put together, all these ministries, all this expenditure put together constitute just a fraction of what is going to the defense establishment.
Honestly.
And the corruption that is in the defense establishment.
Yeah.
So the moment you talk about shining the light in that place, you have put yourself in the line of fire. That is just it. Even in Nigeria, nobody actually audits the budget of the military because it's almost like a no-go area. If you want to survive, you leave it. You don't touch it. But his promise that he will do that is
and do you think
source of threat.
Do you think he is aware of the danger of what he said and what he is doing right now?
He's not stupid. Even if he's not aware, he will have intelligence that look, this thing you want to do will bring disaster for you personally. Even if he will not know, but he has to know. Any person of average intelligence will know something like that.
Especially
but
considering
assuming he does not know, he will have intelligence reports that the direction you want to go is dangerous for you as a person, for your safety and security.
Especially when they have a reference to make with that
of course, and they know that something like that had happened before. So he knows, and he is the one that declassified the file. Remember, before he declassified the file,
he already read the whole thing.
He said that if I declassify this file, you are going to see horrible stuff inside them.
So it obviously means
his first time in office.
It obviously means that he is prepared for them. He's fortified with all manner of security apparatus. But again, this is how bold and courageous this man is. I love this man so much. Do you know that even though that's why I asked you that question. Do you think he's aware of the danger of what he is doing now and what he has pronounced? If he's aware, so how come he is not, his movements and his movement is not limited? His itinerary is not limited. He attends functions left, right, and center. Media, whatever, media interviews left, right, and center. You can imagine someone that has such kind of danger on him even attended a sports show that no president ever attended in the history of football.
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl,
yes.
You can imagine in a place like that.
Let me say that, like I said before, for the past 30 years, if you follow Donald Trump, he has been consistent. What he's saying now is what he said 30 years ago, when he had no inkling that he will run for president. So he is one person that you can look back into his history 30 years ago and see that he has never deviated from his viewpoint. He has been consistent all this while. Now he's 78 years old. He has had a first term. He has a successful private business. He has children that are adored. They are not like other wayward children.
Yes.
Now, at that age and in this position, what does he have to lose?
Nothing.
If he were to be killed today, his status will even be greater than John F. Kennedy.
Yes,
Let me tell you.
Yes.
If he were to be
assassinated
today,
yeah.
he
Of
will
course.
go down as one of the most respected president in U.S.
Yes.
history. It will even enhance his status more than what he has now, more than Jeff Kennedy, and more than any American president. So he realizes that, and he says that, well, if that is the end game for him, good and fine. It's better. In any case, you are not even quarter to. You are 1/10 to. If you are 78, how much more do you have to live?
Yeah.
So he is a fearless person, a courageous person.
Honestly, I love that man. Honestly, he's just really a fearless person. They say you know how strong a man is under pressure. That was what when he was shot at, and even under bleeding, he still had the courage. Even when he was still his life was still under, because at that point they have not even taken down the threat. The threat was still on the roof. Donald Trump had to even bulldoze his way up to poke out his head to further even face the risk, the threat rather, against his life. That guy is just courageous. He still did that and lifted up his hand with a fist in the air. Honestly, that man is just too. And now he knows the danger. His entire establishment are really, obviously they are plotting against him on behind the scene to assassinate him. He knows that, yet he has not limited. He has not limited his movement. He still attends functions, honor invitations and other stuff or whatever. Welcome interviews randomly every time. And that man is the most transparent president US ever had, honestly. And to me, it's not just about being just me. There are proofs to actually classify him as the greatest president, the best president US ever had. That man has a whole. I have never seen, just like you said, very consistent person, a politician who fulfilled in the first term and is still fulfilling every promise he made. I've never seen a politician who really makes promise. There are some promises that are not popular. Promises that he will just tell you, a politician who will clearly, during campaign, will clearly tell you, look, I am coming after you. I'm coming after you. And he will fulfill that. No, that he's the only politician that does such. That says what he means and means what he says. And that is why whenever he gets into office, he really actualizes those things. Honestly, that man, God will continue to protect him, because US have, honestly, if not, because of these liberals, I was already very strongly thinking of just retiring back to Nigeria, back in Nigeria. Honestly, if the Democrats had won this election, honestly, I've lost faith during this Democrat leadership. I just lost faith in the entire American system, because so many things were just going bad. So many things. The fabric of this country were just being destroyed. It is what you people are hearing out there is different from we that are in the system here. We can understand. We do business through the system, walk through the system, whatever. We've passed through some frustrations and some things that are just not right. It's sort of, you just know, it's just things that are just, and if you are a principled person, someone who really knows his own, you won't be able to cope with this system. So thank God Donald Trump has actually brought the light to us and trying to sanitize the system. My prayer is everybody's prayer. Of course, God will continue. He will protect him. He will finish his term, and by the special grace of God, anoint someone that will carry on his legacy. Honestly, because his policy need to be entrenched